If you run a business that also has VIP clients, so that means there are certain, say the sales manager takes on big leads that come in with a lot of money, like leads that have a big budget and all of that. So you want to be able to notify the team lead whenever such a lead comes into the pipeline. So this is a simple system that you can build that will handle that for you. What we are going to use to set this up is going to be Zapier. Zapier is the most beginner-friendly AI automation tool in the market, if you ask me, that any business owner can use to automate some workflows, some business processes within their business themselves, right? So you're going to come here and click on Zap here. So our trigger is going to be a new form submission. So what we're trying to build is something like this. Whenever a new lead, fills the form, depending on what budget they choose. If they choose like the relatively higher budget, so that means chances are high that they have quite the amount of money that they're looking to spend there. So that will not be the job of whoever is in charge of VIP clients. Say the sales team lead will now be the one to pick up on those clients and make sure that they're able to close those kind of clients. So what we want to do here is make a trigger to be a form submission. So we are going to use teleform here. So we do tele, that's why I have data, but you could actually use any form that is connected to your website or where your landing page, where new leads are able to fill the form to get in touch with your team. So our trigger here is going to be new submission. So I already have my account connected. If you don't have yours, you're going to see a sign in button here. So just sign in, and once you sign in, it will redirect you to your Tally account. So you just sign in and create that connection. So we'll click on continue here. And our form here is going to be this one. If you have a bunch of forms, you are going to see all of them listed here, but I only have one. That's why I have only this. That's the one we're going to use. And we click continue. I want to go ahead and test this to be sure it's working perfectly. So it has pulled up a record for me. So this is the record I will continue with for these test purposes. The next step is going to be the filter step that filters what this person's budget is. So if the budget is relatively high, like they fit into the VIP clients, then it will send the message to our team lead so that will be our team lead to follow up on. But if their budget is not that high enough, then any other junior sales team member can pick up that lead to follow up on the lead. That's what we're trying to do. So we're going to create a filter here. So we want this to run only if the budget here is, we say content, then whatever our budget is. If our budget is 5,000 plus, if our budget is 9,000, like whatever we tag, clients that are VIP to be. So if we say that, clients that have 10,000, clients that choose $10,000 plus is going to be our VIP client. So we can just put that here and say this. If it contains 10,000, then we can click continue here. And then we can also click continue here. Because we said if it is up to 10,000, it should message, want to send a message to the sales team lead. But if it's not up to 10,000, that the person is not up to a VIP client, then we want to send the message to the general group so that a junior sales team member can pick that up and tend to it. So we're going to add path here, paths, right? So the first condition for the first path is going to be if this one, the step output here contains true, and then we continue with this, and then we continue with this. So the next step, if the thing is true, that means the person choose $10,000 to be their budget. So what we want to do is send a direct message to the sales team lead, right? So the action here is going to be, we are using Slack, of course. So the action here is going to be to send a direct message. That's what we want to pick for here. Yeah, so we want to send a direct message here. So you want to continue here. And we choose the username here, which can be this. And then the message here is You can say there is a VIP lead on the pipeline. And then we can add the name of the person. Why am I missing the name? Yeah, this is the name. So do you want to send it as a bot or not as a bot? You can also do that. Whatever you would prefer here. If you want to send it as a bot, you can say lead bot here. And then you can remove the link from the Zap, and then you can leave every other thing as it is, and you continue. So you can test it out to see if you like how it looks. So let's go into a Slack and see. You can decide to change this and not make it come in as a bot. You can say let it come in as nope. Can continue this, and if I retest this step, let me see how it's going to look. Yeah, so there is a VIP lead on the pipeline. Okay, so I can come back here. I did not include the name, did not include this as name. So what I do here, there is a VIP lead, can include this as name, and then I continue. Yes, so that is going to be perfect. So we move over to the second path here, which is going to be if what we get here contains and we do false. So we continue, and then we continue to the next step, which is going to be sending a general message to the channel. So we send channel message here, and my account already exists. If yours doesn't, you just sign in and then you continue. And then our channel name is this. And do we want to send it as a bot or whatever you prefer? So you can say there is a new lead in the pipeline. So we can now say name. We can now add the person's name here as well. From here. Yeah. So I don't want to have a link. I don't want to also include a link to this app. Yeah. So I can now continue and then I test this. Yes, so if I go to my general group now, this is the message. There is a new lead in the pipeline named this. So that is working perfectly. So now that this is up, the next thing I can do is publish this. So the Zap is live. So now every time a new lead comes in and their budget is relatively high and they fit into what we are looking for our VIP clients, it's going to directly message the team lead or whoever is in charge of taking care of VIP clients. But if the person's budget does not fit into what we are looking for in our VIP clients, then it's going to send a message to our general sales team, and then one of the junior sales member can pick it up and follow up on the lead. I really hope you found this useful, because this is really going to save your team time of going back to the forms and looking through to see who fits into the VIP clients to forward to whoever takes care of the VIP clients and all of that. That just cuts down that time and helps your team to work more efficiently. I really hope you found this useful, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments, and you can share this video to any other business owner that you think might need a system like this. And if you want a custom system, you can send me a message on LinkedIn and I'll be sure to respond to all of them. Thank you so much, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Please, 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 please subscribe to this channel. Okay, I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye bye.